Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you haven't come and checked anything out before. So I've done a few different videos for a couple guitar reviews. Mostly my music is on the channel, but today I want to go over my guitar builds. I had a heart transplant 10 months ago, and at that point I could not play guitar. But if I put the parts on the table, I could build one. So I had been watching Scar My Guitar before I went in for my transplant, and also while I was in having my transplant. And I decided to do some guitar builds. Sean did a video from a Timu build, and I said, "Oh, I want to do that." So I learned a lot from them. I used to buy my guitars, and then I would have other people work on them for me. But now I make my own guitars. I buy some too, and I work on them myself. So if you want to learn to work on your own guitars, watch Scar My Guitar, and they also have another channel, Scar My Pickups. So big shout out and a thank you to them for teaching me the things they've taught me. So let's get started with the video. So this is my first build. It is a Strat, of course. It is my Punisher edition. It's got Metalore locking tuners, maple neck. Body was painted from Timu. I also got the pick guard from Timu. This is a Geiger tremolo. The one I got from Timu I did not like. This one's got a much thicker bridge for better tone. And I got the stickers on Timu actually also. And I put a set of Diodario 9 to 42s on it. So you see my Punisher stickers, and my not all disabilities are visible because mine's not. Yeah, but did you die? I did 6 times, but I'm here. I'm kicking, and I'm back. So let's check this guitar out. Quick tune check. All right, there we go. And that's the bridge. Second position. Middle. Fourth position. And the neck. So that's clean. I'm going to put a little dirt on it. Two position. first build. Oh, let's give you a little tremolo action first. Now, I set that up with a floating bridge. So you can notice there it's got the float. You can go up, you can go down. That was fun getting that to work, but I did it. So that was my first build. My second build a telly. So this one's from a kit. This one I actually got the whole kit on Temu. But I did make some changes. I got the black pick guard. There's Alnico 5 pickups in here now. I didn't use the ones from the kit. I tried them. They were terrible, so I ordered some new ones. I changed out the saddles on the bridge to brass. And I painted it myself. Not too shabby for my first guitar paint job. It's got some shine. Not perfect, but as my buddy Sean says, it's scarred, just like me. But let's check this one out. So you can hear the differences in the guitars. That's your bridge pickup. The middle, which would be both pickups. Put a little dirt on it. I got this one for $46 on clearance. It's actually a Beck Skiers. Again, I got the Alnico 5 pickups from Temu. I actually bought a different bridge, but that bridge didn't work with this kit, So I just swapped out the parts for the saddles, and I had to do a little alteration to get this pickup in because it didn't fit. The other one was a little smaller, so I routed it out a little. Um, and of course, the black pick guard didn't come with the kit. It was actually a white one. I got that from Temu too. So everything on here is from Temu except for the saddles that came on a bridge from Amazon. And the tuners that came with it are great. I was amazed. I mean, they're the cheapy, overseas made ones. But I was going to put locking tuners on here, but it keeps such a good tune. I didn't bother. But I got a pair in the drawer just in case they mess up, and then I'll swap them out. Because it's the same exact size. It's the 10 millimeter. So, but, I did have to put a shim in the neck on this one. Because they just don't cut these right sometimes. Same thing with the Temu guitar that I showed you just before, the white one, my Punisher edition. I shimmed that neck also. Pretty much, with a lot of these builds, if you don't have the tools, like if I don't have a full router that I can set, I have one of those little hand tools. It's cordless. So, runs on battery. The basic cheapy Dremel from Temu for like $8. Works great. I'm able to do all my modifications with it. That's one thing I did have to do on this too. I did have to mod the pick guard a little bit here and around the neck, like I did with the other guitar. I did do around the neck. Because, all these pick guards aren't necessarily made. They're made for ST guitars or, Tele type guitars, but they're never exact. Sometimes you get lucky. On one of them I got lucky, it lined all up on one of my modifications. But, I really enjoyed building them. Took a while on this one, especially because I painted it. And then the only thing I'm going to do to this eventually, once I get my press that I can put my drill in and get a straight hole drilled, then I'm gonna do the string through on the body. The string through. I don't have that right now. I got it straight through the bridge. But I'm happy with it. For I think I got $90 in this guitar. Plus the paint. What, $100? Because I already had that at the lacquer, the clear coat. So that wasn't a big deal. I just got the paint. So I got maybe $100 in this guitar altogether. And I threw, of course, my favorite Diodario strings on it, the 9x42s. The only thing that I run the 10s on are my LP and my double cutaway. I got 2 LPs and style guitars and a double cutaway. And I used 10s on those, and I used the DRs for those, just to get that heavier, thicker sound, because most of the time I'm looking for that sound with those guitars. So, let's move on to the next one. So the next guitar is a Strat. So I had bought this neck previously, and I couldn't get it to work on my guitar. And I'm like, what is wrong with this? Well, apparently they sent me a 24 and a half inch neck, not a 25 and a half inch neck. And I screwed it up, of course, so I couldn't return it. So I ended up getting another neck. But because I had that neck and I was going to use it on a different guitar, I said, well, now I got a neck, so I bought this body. And that neck I couldn't get to work with this body, even trimming it up and moving the net and moving the bridge and I said, you know what? Forget it. I bought another neck. So I ended up with this neck, which I got from Temu. It was actually black. You see the back of the headstock there. And I sanded it down, and I left on the side. So I left a little of the black on the side, so it kind of looks like a, nice little edge there. But sanded that all down, put some shellac on it, shellac the head, put the tuners on. I actually had locking tuners on here, but this guitar body is so light. It's one of those cheap, like $30, $25, $30, like cheap guitar bodies. You just, you get to mess around, because this one I wanted to do the drill through and see what I could do without having to press and, kind of experiment. So, but it ended up turning out pretty good. I wanted to get kind of that twangy sound out of it for country, and I got that. A little more twangy, actually, than that telly that I have. And I got a few more tellies, too, that I bought. And, I got to do a little something to every single one of them that I have now, that I know how to do it. But, so this one, I got the neck from Temu. I got the body, actually from Amazon. They have the same one on Temu. Same price. It's like $25, $35. Sometimes it's like $35 for two, $25 for one. Just a cheap candle nut wood, But it was good to mess around and try something new, because I had to move the bridge a couple times. I, fixed that up a little bit here, filled it, drilled it, did a bunch of stuff to it. But eventually I got the 25.5-inch neck. I moved the bridge back to where it should be. I did have to modify the pick guard, because with this bridge, there's something about this inexpensive bridge I got that it really didn't work with the 25.5-inch scale. I had to move it up a little to get it to intonate. So I moved it up a little. I, routed this out a little bit here for the pick guard. I had to do a little around the neck to get it to fit up underneath this neck, because this neck kind of overlaps a little bit. And I actually used Fender saddles. I wired it all up. That Bex gears, that comes where you can just plug it right in. When I put the other the pickups in it, I just soldered them right in and cut the wires, put the new ones in, soldered them up, slipped the nice covers over the top of the wire, and was good to go. But some of these guitar kits now, it's plug and play. If you're not going to change pickups, you want to just try it for fun, build a guitar, get one. The Leo James ones are really good. You can get some cheap ones on Temu, like $60, sometimes $55, $65. I mean, I got this one on clearance from Temu for $46. I'm sorry, the other one for $46, the telly. This one here, threw it together, got a loaded pick guard. I actually took this off of another guitar that I swapped out the pick guard. I put a whole loaded pick guard in that, and I took this one. It's in a previous video. It was actually a Glary. I put a nice like double rail, humbuckers, and the neck and the middle positions, and it's got the full humbucker here. So that's in another video previously, one I just modified, but that came out real good too. But anyway, again, my favorite strings, Diodarios, but not a bad guitar. I shellacked the body, took like 7 coats to get that shine. It's not perfect, but again, this was like a real play around and try to do some different stuff. I got this string through from Temu. Of course, you can see that I messed it up a little, drilling it through, even though I had put the tape there. I needed to get the holes a little bit bigger. I used a bigger drill bit, and when I kind of turned it just a little too much, bing, messed up the wood. But I sanded it down, and it's only the back of the guitar. As Sean says, it's scarred, but it sounds good, and it doesn't have that twang anymore from being in this bridge. So that was my whole reason of building this, to do the string through body, and just use up some parts I had. And, I have that other telly that I showed you, the red one there, and I want to do the string through on that. But again, I learned my lesson with this one, so I'll wait till I get the press. I'll probably get that next month and do that to that guitar. But let's play this one, because this video's starting to get a little long for me. Again, I said it's only 10 months since I had my heart transplant. I kind of peter out after a little bit, holding the guitar, sitting here in the chair. Those stomach muscles and everything, they crack you wide open. So, I don't have all that muscle back yet. I'm hitting the gym. I went through cardio rehab and stuff, but I'm getting there, little by little. Let me just check the tune on this, and I'll give it a play. This one's got the newest strings on it, so it still goes out a little bit, but the tuners are so smooth. Again, I stole these off the Glary that I had, and I put the locking tuners on the Glary because they were too heavy on this headstock. So, all right, let's get this clean. Now this is going to have that definite twang. So there's your bridge. Bridge and middle. Middle. Middle and bridge, or middle and neck. And the neck. I'll give you a little taste of one of my songs. It's actually on the channel. You can listen to the whole thing with the whole background and everything, but I just give you a little taste. She came from the country, her hair flying round, with a good shirt on and a golden brown tie, and shaking that ass with those Daisy Dukes on. The music playing in the back of your truck, on the back road, wearing barely a thread, with a cowboy hat on that you took off my head, dancing round and round, shooting lead in the air. You're a gun to your mama, throwing plays from your hand. But you're a hot mess, and I want some of that. Now that we met, there's no going back. You're a hot mess, I want some of that. Out in the country for the night. You're a hot mess. You're a hot mess. But that's my 3 builds. And one of my other videos, I'll kind of go through the guitars that I have and some other stuff I modified. But a quick note on this guitar especially. If you get one of these candle nut bodies, just cheap to start trying to, build your own guitars, watch when you put these screws in. Because if you tighten them just a little too much, they'll come, get loose in there and stripped out. But a good thing is you can take a matchstick or you can take a toothpick, stick it in that hole, put it back in, and fix it up. Like I said, if you watch Scar My Guitar, man, you're going to learn a lot. Those guys are great. Everybody you see on that channel. You got Trey Shreddings. You got straight out of the box. Um, you got a couple other guys that come on the show, but definitely check out those channels. Check out Trey Shreddings. Check out Straight Out of the Box, and check out, of course, Scar My Guitar. And they do giveaways once in a while too. I actually won a nice Indio Jazzmaster style guitar with a single humbucker and a tremolo. So they gave away like 136 guitars. So watch the channel, watch the lives, and have a good time. And he also does have his own line of scarred guitars, and they're beautiful. Like, you'd think you'd pay $2,000-$3,000 for these guitars, and they're selling them for anywhere between $5.99 and $8.99. Man, they're beautiful. I got to get one. They got one called the Gauntlet. They have another one called the Reaper. The Reaper is like a kind of Les G. It's kind of like a SG horn on it, but it's like a Les Paul, and it's got such a beautiful sound. I think it beats Gibson. But the Gauntlet is their semi-hollow. That's the one I got to get, because that's got all the sounds, everything I need for my music. But and they got like a Super Strat, and they have like a similar to a Tele body, a little bit different. Those are the two lower end guitars. But and he's also got an acoustic coming out. Man, I'm telling you, that's going to be the bomb. But that's it for this video. And in the next couple videos, also, I'm going to try to start doing some tutorials on how to use Ableton Live Lite, which is a free recording app that you can put on your computer and record your own music. Of course, you're going to need an interface. You can get them on Temu inexpensively. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at your local guitar store, which is where I started, because I didn't know what I was looking for at that time until I started watching a lot of YouTube. I actually got the Focusrite. You can plug two instruments in at the same time. I use it to record all my stuff. I record my keyboards, my guitars, my bass, banjo, my drums. Sometimes I use a drum machine. It's built into my keyboard, or I have a pedal, and I actually have a drum kit, an electronic drum kit. I sometimes do my own drums, just depends. Because I'm just getting back into drums from playing when I was a really young teen. I'm going to be 55 in a couple months, so the backing tracks are better for me for now, till the chest heals up. But check out my songs, check out those channels I suggested, and come back, because it's only going to get better. These are just my first videos. So you guys have a great time, good day, good night, whatever time it is, wherever you're at. We'll see you next time. This is Baby Boy Mulligan, also known as Timothy. We'll see you next time.